New Year's episode, I would say.
Yeah.
You guys get New Year's. How was your guys' holiday? Kick it off real quick. How was your holiday, guys?
It was good, man. Just chill. You know, I'm in town for a couple weeks, so out here with family and shit. So
Enjoying the weather?
enjoying the weather, man.
Not
I
negative
don't want to
10?
go back to New York, so I'm enjoying it.
How about you, Andy?
It's been it's been great, enjoying it. Like I was telling Rob, everyone's saying like, oh, I'll get back to you after the holidays. I'm like, nah, bro.
No, we working.
We working straight through the holidays. There's no traffic. Everyone's home, not doing anything. It's easy to get around town, do some work, all that. What about you, DC?
I'm not gonna lie. For me, it didn't feel like the holidays. Like it's just another day this year. Like no Christmas spirit really. But I was chilling. I was just with family. Just kept it calm. But yeah, today back to it. It's 26. Holiday's over.
Holiday spirit was definitely here on Saturday though, with the stocking stuffer sale.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
Saturday
There was a lot of
shoppers.
people
Yeah.
here. Like they definitely showed up and showed out for all the steals and deals.
Yeah. Couple corrections from the last episode. I fucked up.
What
Take accountability. Rabiot doesn't play for PSG no more. Plays for Juve. Sorry, I haven't kept up with soccer that much, but I do still fuck with it. Crazy. Keyword accountability today.
Accountability, man.
Also, they said that Richarlison plays for Tottenham.
Tottenham, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 fuck ups. We're going too fast. Sorry.
Where's Tottenham at?
Tottenham Hotspur, London, Northern London.
Is it now? Do you say Tottenham or do you say Tottenham?
It's Tottenham.
All right,
I think.
I've been listening to the Spanish channel. That's why. Hazard. My bad.
So yesterday I went to a football game, bro. Russell Wilson fucking
Scammer.
cooked. A scammer, greatest scammer, greatest heist I've ever seen.
Scammer.
But yo, I've never seen a 50-point game like that I wasn't that interesting in. It was like struggle touchdowns yesterday. But Baker Mayfield is trying to get a contract. That's fire. Like he's trying. Like he definitely was like, I'm not fucking up. He's doing no look passes, all that type of stuff. But
Think the Rams are gonna keep him?
I think money wise, like as in like bringing a crowd, he would definitely be a good backup for Stafford. But who knows? You never know. They might go the draft. But it's an LA team. Who knows? Like LA teams don't really like drafting and all that stuff. They want the stars. They want bringing people in, stuff like that. But yeah. So when are you going back to New York, Drew?
When do I leave? I leave the 7th. So yeah, I heard last time I checked it was like 7 degrees out in New York. Today was like early 70s.
Yeah.
Yesterday was 80.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mood's about to change as soon as I touch down at JFK. So trying to just take advantage of this beautiful weather and be around the homies and stuff like that.
Sick. Cool. So quick fit checks. Who do we start with today? Fit checks. What are we wearing today?
Sorry.
Start with Drew. Start with Drew. Yeah, you got to get up and go in the middle.
You want me to get up?
Right here, yeah.
Where
Yeah,
you
and
want
then
me to
Andy's
go?
going to break it down.
I got you. Oh, he got the cool
do whatever you want. Just
YZ
look at
Gap hoodie. Damn, you see it. And then we got the little T poking out. Gotta get the T poking out. Oh, I got the nice little cargos with the 9 pockets, I believe, if you count them all up. And then at the bottom, the real item. The item right there. Off Wizites, triple black. RIP Virgil. You already know what time it is. Damn. Rate. Hey, low-key, there's 4 of us here. You got to rate the fits. So give them a rate in the comments. All right, me next. Hey, Barry. Don't do me dirty, all right?
Andy got you. DC got you, Andy.
All right, so we got Andy stepping in.
Big stepper.
Start from the top. We got the 12-13 hat.
Unreleased.
Well, actually, he dropped it last week, right? Okay. My
Damn, bro, you don't pay
bad.
attention. That's crazy.
Damn. Sorry. Bon Jovi vintage tee. Vintage. Then you got the 12-13 cargos.
That's not Carlos,
Biggie
bro.
pants.
Those are
See?
the Dickies. The 12-13?
I'm a little blind today.
12-13 Dickies.
I butchered
your
this.
fit.
I'm sorry.
He butchered
Andy.
your fit. That's
You
crazy.
definitely jinxed me.
That's
And
crazy.
you
got
got
the best-
the
he got
he
the
got the
best
10,
Prestos,
the off-white
the best
Prestos, the OGs. Going crazy. And then you got the jury. Can't forget the jury.
Calm.
Man, he bodied you.
Big
All right,
stepper.
DC, get up.
That's it.
All right.
The people's champ.
All right. We'll start from the top.
Mr.
Again. Mr. Nathan. The release version of the hat.
Yeah, 12-13. Oh.
The Syndicate Love Tee.
Oh, you see, my only love came from my only hate.
Yeah.
Good double R's with the paint splatter. I'm trying to buy those off him.
The Gallery times double R.
Yeah.
Fire
And then the
collab.
good mummy dunks. The good mummy dunks.
Little rips going on.
Mr. Put
It's
it
a
on.
calm fit. I see it though. I see the matchingness.
Subtle.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. You won because of the dog. All right, you got the good Cindy. Restocking soon, so stay tuned for that, for the hat restock. Then we got the nice, is this Supreme, right? Yeah. We got the Preem flannel on, nice, nice textures to it. What do you got the under? What's under? It's Ricky Martin underneath. He's been wearing that shirt since Saturday, just let y'all know. 4 days. And then he got the good, what's that, Balenci? Oh, Bottega. Veneta. And then he got those shattered backboards. Just kidding. Taxis. See, y'all thought it was, though. And then he got the good doggy right there. Platinum. Queenie.
Shout out Queenie.
Shout out the Queen. That's it. All right, cool. Everybody's here. Everyone said the fits. Now, who got the best one? Comment. Just put, like, Drew number, Andy number, DC number, Briss number. Let us know.
Crazy
who
thing
got
is, all our fits do not combine to Hippie's fit in last episode.
Oh, my gosh.
she-
She gave us the breakdown.
She gave us the real breakdown. It was like 30 plus 30 bands.
It's different.
33.
33 something.
5. Crazy.
Crazy fit. Shout out Jenny. But yeah, let's get into it. What do you guys think was sneaker of the year this year?
Damn. That's a good
Like,
question.
what is okay? So we'll start first with Drew. What is your sneaker of the year? What is your favorite sneaker of the year that is not like the general public sneaker of the year?
Yeah.
And what was an underrated sneaker of the year? What you would say?
Man, that's a good question. I feel like it varies for everybody, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody has their own preference. Super cliche answer, but like my sneaker of the year might not be yours and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the cool thing about like being into sneakers. So I think my sneaker of the year, I don't even know if it's here to tell you the truth, but would definitely have to be West Indies Air Force Ones. And I think they're over there on Chris's side.
Yeah, he's gonna buy them.
But actually, I already have a pair. And again, you could, flame me in the comments, whatever. Very basic, but I mean, it's a classic shoe. Was retroed again, super classic, super subtle, something that I wear, something that's been, right outside the door. So if it's not the Prestos, it's these for the most part. Would love for the yellow pair to release. Would love for the red pair to release. But yeah, I think these didn't do as good, and I get it. I feel like sneakers now have just changed in general. So these are definitely a sleeper. But I think overall, like, yeah, Lost and Founds were fire. Don't get me wrong, like that. I think Jordan Brand did a really, really good thing of like the storytelling and putting it out, things of that nature. So that's an obvious one. But like you personally would ask me like, what's my sneaker of the year? And I'll tell you it's the West Indies Air Force One.
Fire. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Yeah,
diversity.
We love it,
Yeah.
dog.
Damn, we're all going through it?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
go through your personal, and then we'll go through the ones that we have here.
What?
Like
what
your
you think
what
sneaker
was
of the year
your
was?
favorite?
Yeah.
And
Low key, I gotta say, reverse mochas, Travi Lows, only because of the way I got them. Shout out Briss. Shout out round 2. And like I don't know, I like the colorway, the color blocking is good. But now I'm even thinking the Travi Lows, the black Travi Lows, like the triple black with the white stitching, that might be up there because like first we were hating on it, like it's too simple, whatever. It's all black shoe, obviously, but it's so versatile. You can wear it with so much stuff. So it got to be between reverse mochas or the triple black Travis in my book.
Phantoms.
Yeah, the Phantom, low key. All right, go DC. Follow up.
I wasn't expecting that answer from Andy, but my sneaker of the year, I don't know if it counts. I guess you guys could tell me in the comments because I don't think it technically released. But for me, it was been like the cactus plant dunk, not the Grinch one, but the like non-furry one. And just because like it's something different, like I can't personally count like shoes that were like already released before or like just a new colorway of a model, just because to me like it already dropped. So I like when people do new stuff. And it was different, like it wasn't like something that it's already out. It had its own look to it. Hopefully they still drop that one. We got the Grinches, so they might still drop them later. Who knows? You never know with Nike. But for me, I would say that was my favorite sneaker of the year. Yeah.
I think Lost and Found would probably be like my like, all right, this is my, just because it's a classic Chicago one. And the whole like story behind it, how they dropped to $300, and it was attainable for everybody. But low key, me and Andy were talking about it last week when I got on the Black Phantoms. Like, I don't know. I thought I was gonna dislike the shoe, but it was like I was just like, the shoe's actually fire. And it's like the texture on the black is different. Like some of the black feels furry kinda, and then it's a little puffier than the other Travis Lowe's. That's like my personal favorite, but I think my personal sneaker of the year that I was just like boom out is gonna be probably the Lost and Found. And then my underrated sneaker of the year is probably gonna be the ones that I'm wearing, the Taxis, just because they're $200. They're $200, good leather, good colorway. Everybody could take them, and if you want one that's like a slightly different color, it's gonna cost you $1,600, which is a shutter backboard.
Facts.
Literally, we love a good everyday shoe. What about most overrated release of the year?
Overrated?
Fuck.
That's hard.
Yo, low key. All right, overrated. Lost and Found. I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on. Like, we know it was gonna hit. We know it was gonna be there. Like, it's like, all right, cool. Everyone got a pair. Overrated. And like everyone, like even Briss was saying, it's like what that the 2013 pair is like nothing compares to that. Like
No,
the
2015
pair.
It's literally, I think the Lost and Found is like, I told every customer, I was just like, it's if you, because everybody loves the 2015, and the 2015 goes for $1,500.
It's a really good pair.
But it's like they found a bunch of pairs in the fucking warehouse. They didn't, but if they did, and they're like, yo, let's give them to this person that ages shoes, and here you go. Because it's the same quality, it's the same shoe. I get what you say it's overrated, but I personally think that it's a great shoe just because nobody can afford a $1,000 Chicago one. Everybody can afford a $350 to $500 Chicago one.
I also think it was done right, too.
Yeah.
When you think of just everything, from like the box to everything that came in. It's a good shoe. I don't have it. I'm kind of waiting for it to go down. Like, I'll buy a beat pair, but I think, like, I get it. I get where people are coming from. Overrated, you think, So
Low key, I think one of the overrated shoes of this year is the Tom Sachs, the
Thank
GPS.
Thank you.
I like it. Like I have it. I use one for the gym, but let's be honest, it's
The
nothing
kill shot.
crazy.
Right
The
here.
kill shot, yeah. The kill shot.
This guy right here.
Overrated.
That is a super
Easy.
overrated shoe. Let's be
I'm
super
cool.
honest. That is an overrated shoe.
Yeah.
Like, if it didn't have the name Tom Sachs on it, nobody would care about that
Easy.
shoe.
Thank you.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I saw this, I was like, it's quiet.
Super quiet.
Everybody was ranting and raving. Oh, Tom Sachs, they're gonna go up. Blah, blah, blah. DC had a pair, obviously. He needs every pair. But these, I never liked them.
Never.
I think it's low key because of the gum sole. I think if they did a white one, I would like it a little bit more.
Nah.
But I don't know. This just ain't for
I
me.
think like he had a mission with that shoe, but definitely if it didn't say Tom Sachs
Yeah.
or it had the rollout, like the rollout was great. What they did with it,
Yeah,
it was great. It was first like it's limited. Oh, just kidding. Everybody's gonna have a pair.
Putting
But-
it at Kohl's, though, was fire.
Yeah, that
I
was
will
good.
say
That was good.
You know what
That
I'm
was-
saying? Like,
that
yeah.
again goes to like trolling the sneaker game. It's just like this
Exactly.
shoe belongs at Kohl's, so I'm gonna put it at Kohl's.
Exactly. So that's fire.
Yeah, that was.
And he has kept dropping them like every couple months. He'll restock them.
So,
Yeah.
Yo, he was
But-
dead ass.
But them dad professor shoes, definitely overrated sneaker of the year.
Definitely a dad professional shoe.
I don't know what's overrated, honestly. Like this year for
I
me,
feel like everything's been.
I think for me,
properly
I have
rated.
picked like shoes that I like, but there's nothing that's been like, I don't like them, but I haven't been like, damn, like why y'all like this shoe so much?
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't had that, like reverse mochas. I never got my hand on, and everybody has them, but I don't think it's overrated at all. You get me? Black
Yeah.
Phantom, same thing. Black Phantoms is the same thing as this shoe right here. If that shoe didn't say Travis Scott and Jordan Brand gave us a black and white, that shoe's $150.
Very valid.
Yeah, but there's like a bunch of. I feel like this year, everybody has like this. Like we want the next one, we want the next one. So shoes don't go up because there's a lot of good shoes that we've gotten this year that are so underappreciated. Like for example, the Jordan 1 Powder Blue Low, like I think it's a good shoe. It goes for $125. The leather's not that great, but it's a good colorway.
Even those like coral ones. And
Yeah, coral ones. They're all great colorways of some shoes that you can't get because they're so expensive, but it's a Jordan 1 Low. I think a shoe that's underrated too is the Zion Jordan 1 Low. I wouldn't wear it because of like where I'm at in life, like my age. But I feel like if I was 21, 22, I'd be like, yo, the shoe's sick. But if that shoe said Travis Scott, all of us would have had a pair.
Yeah, and it'd be
Fair.
over $1,000.
Yeah, but it's
Because it is
like
a really well-made shoe too. Good materials and all
yeah,
that.
but to me, I don't think this year there's been like a
Overrated shoe.
overrated
Not
shoe.
even like any of the Ama Maniers. I feel like
because like low key they're not too expensive. You think at the twos are $250 and they're made really well. The fours are solid and they're only like $400. You get me? But I think Tom Sack might be that shoe that like if it didn't have the name, or we could always say like, oh well, if Travis didn't have his name on it, this shoe wouldn't go for that much. But the Tom Sack might be the one that is just like it's pushed in your face to like, all right, let's fucking get this shoe. But I did have a pair of them. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, they're attainable. I work in shoes. I must have this shoe type thing. Yeah, but I don't think this year for me, I've like been like, nah.
How do you guys feel about? Because some people think that pandas are overrated. How y'all feel about that?
I said it in the first episode. I think it's great. I think people getting the shoe and we couldn't keep. You guys saw last week. Everybody came. You guys have pandas. You guys have pandas. And I'm not gonna lie, we were selling them at $250, which I think is a really good price compared to like some other stores. But I get it. You know, they're in high demand. That we could have put them up at $300, $325, and they probably would have sold because everybody wanted a gift.
Yep.
Vice versa. But I think it's good that people have the shoes.
I think it's different because, like, I had a pair when they first came out. Like, I was on vacation, and I was like, you know, this is a cool vacation shoe. You just wear it.
Black and white.
And
easy.
And I wore it, but then I came back, and I was just like I just don't want them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's cool. Like, bro, I'm not going to be out here sneaker shaming anybody. If you like it, you like it. You know, it's a shoe that I feel everybody has. You know, in New York, I'll be walking around Soho, and I see so many pairs of pandas, and I'm like, damn, that's like the new dirty white Air Force One. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I think it, like, that might be people's first pair of dunks.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like, bro, like, you know, salute to you.
It's
like,
introduction to,
it's
again,
cool.
it's like the whole, like, sneaker shaming and gatekeeping thing. It's
Exactly.
like, bro,
Like, just
let people wear what they want.
Exactly. I mean, I'm definitely not going to be matching with
Yeah.
somebody, you know, but, hey, man, you know, I'm salute.
Yeah,
You know,
so
wear
I
what
see
you like.
I think we all see so much stuff when like people are like, "Oh, this couple's matching." Oh, that's corny, and it's just like, bro, if they like it, they like it. You know, I'm not gonna take a picture and post it on social media and be like, "Oh, look at this shit. It's just terrible."
You know,
Like, bro, do you? You know?
Yeah.
I feel like low key TikTok really blew that shoe up.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
easy. Jordan 4s too. Jordan 4 is the hottest shoe because of
Jordan 4s.
TikTok.
Because like I remember like, bro, every TikTok girl has that, and now girls are just like buying any type of dunk if they can't get that one.
Oh, yeah.
So it's more so like if, you know, they followed suit, they saw it and they're like, damn, this is a hot shoe.
Domino effect. too.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we're gonna run it up. So low key, dunks, bro.
Yeah. No, I fuck with the whole like dunks thing. I think it's great. I think people, they sell out quick because the bots cook them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, the secondary market is so cheap right now that if you're a consumer and you genuinely like shoes not to resell, it's a good time to buy shoes.
Yeah, and I also think even I remember during peak like end of 2020, I remember, bro, like, bro, I was talking with Manny, like, bro, he had like the Kentucky dunks and like the Brazils, and we're paying like $400-$600 for them, and we're like, damn, you got dunks, bro. Like, it was like you were on if you had dunks. And then now they're like dropping so much, everyone gets them, and now it's like, it's crazy how they went from like, damn, you got the original dunks, whatever, to like, bro, you got dunks on. That's crazy. Low key. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. That's the market. You know, it goes up and down, but it's still all love. I think that's definitely might be. Did it outpass the Jordan 1? Because everyone's getting dunks now, bro. And you know, when I was here, obviously on Thursday and on when we did the Christmas Eve, everyone was like,
Dunks.
yo, y'all got dunks? Y'all got dunks? No, you know, they're going for Jordan 1s, but the first thing they came in for were dunks, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think also for a lot of people right now, like they'd rather wear a low top shoe than a high top shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I've
the
noticed
dunk
that
is
too.
The dunk is a perfect low top shoe for that. And also like they were saying earlier, like they're cheap. Like even retail, it's like $100 compared to like some of these other shoes that retails $200, like a Jordan 1 high. Like, bro, why not? Easy. Yeah.
There's a shoe in there that I want to talk about just because I think he had historically one of the best runs this year for a artist, sneaker guy, and everything. The Bad Bunnies,
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
man's doing numbers.
bro.
Running up the numbers.
And then two of you guys actually went to the show, so
Oh,
could talk about that.
fire. Best. I don't really go to a lot of concerts, but I will say that concert was fire.
So
One right here.
SoFi?
SoFi.
yeah.
The LA one.
SoFi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think of his like sneaker career, like where he's going with his stuff and stuff like that?
Bro, I think he's like definitely just. I'm pretty sure this one's fire too. I'm pretty sure he's just doing. The first like colorways he was doing, the first models he was doing, I think it was just like Adidas being like, all right, let's see if you can sell this. We'll give you these little BS ones. And now he's like really getting the good colorways, the good fucking shapes. So like, I don't know. I think he's doing well, especially, putting on for the, Puerto Rico, the Latino community. It's definitely good to see and to watch him run up the numbers and everything. So I fuck with it. It's something new. It's something different that like a new artist is doing. They're not just being like, all right, bam, we got a Jordan 1. All right, bam, we got the best Samba. Like he's introducing a new silhouette. Maybe that's not new, but it's just something that people overlooked before. So.
It's like it's getting reintroduced too. You know what I'm saying? Like Adidas has done a big push on like reintroducing the Forum back to a different demographic. So you do something like that and put an artist like Bad Bunny, like it's gonna sell.
Yeah.
So I think like Andy said, like I'm always gonna support anything Latino related. So kudos to Bad Bunny, man, and keep running it up.
No, it's like it's good flavors because I remember in New York, Danny, he's big on like supporting Colombians and all that stuff. He bought the J Balvin, which I didn't really like the first one, the colorful one. But Danny literally said like almost support him because he's Colombian and it makes sense. But to me, I was just like, see, with Bad Bunny, his shoes like with the style now, I would say like this Forum, like with baggy pants, I think look fire. It looks like every skate shoe. It looks like everything LV's doing or fucking Dior. Even that looks like a Rap sneaker. Like if Rap said that, this would probably be a little bit more or retail for a lot higher.
Literally.
Yeah, because it's a good colorway, and then it's also that style that everybody's into right now.
Yeah, but even like his tickets reselling and all that stuff, like I think this year, like everybody says they're gonna be Drake, but I think Bad Bunny personally had the best run this year, I would say.
Oh, easily.
Bro, because literally right now in the comments, this shoe or the Hot Stepper?
I would rather have this.
Same, bro.
Yeah.
Like obviously he got like Drake, no hate. Like he got the Nocta collab. He got his Hot Stepper. What is it? I think that's a new silhouette that he. Because I've never seen that before.
No, I think it's a new
It
silhouette.
looks like an erupt,
like, Yeah.
But like it's just like it's Drake, so it's gonna sell. But I think this is something like more like. Definitely girls come in, they're like, I need that shoe. People come in that fuck with Bad Bunny, they're like, I need the shoe. It's a good silhouette. But even with Drake, bro, like. I don't see a lot of people being like, I need the Hot Step. I need it. Like, they rather, I think this one's better than.
See, I think with Bad Bunny, he has this effect right now that like, even like I would say the Travises had, the Kanye, but obviously Bad Bunny for a whole different community now that certain people that believe in this guy, they're just like, yo, I need this. I need to go watch him. I need every merch tee, blah, 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 which is, I think is fire for like the Hispanic community.
100%.
And especially even going to the concert, like I went with my girl and we were just there, bro. Like everyone was up, everyone was like, I've never been to a concert like that where like
the energy
everyone's
was
singing the songs, like the whole stadium is up, dancing, like there's no hate, there's no none of that. Everyone's just having a good time, like word for word, and like seeing that, I was like, bro, like after the concert, I was like, damn, like the fuck do I do now?
Where he
like,
throw that concert that he like it looked insane? Was it Puerto Rico where he went over there that was streamed? Bro, I was watching it on Twitter and I was just like, holy shit, like this is madness. And everybody, like my homies from New York, my homies out here, everybody was tuned in to watch this concert.
You're a global superstar.
Yeah.
Like
Global.
easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I still remember when he would come to round 2 and we knew him as being J Balvin's mans because J Balvin would first come in and everybody was like, oh, J Balvin, blah, blah, blah. And then he would come in, maybe 2 homies, bald.
Yeah.
We're like, who is this cat? And then, bro, he went hard because then that's when I left to New York, and I guess he was still a freaking customer around 2. And I remember this, like he blew up, like he went crazy. But again, he was working, dropping projects, like nonstop shoes, concerts. Like, bro, he had that thing where he was in New York running around, I think the Bronx, in a fucking bus.
Yeah.
And people are following this bus. Imagine he did that out here right now with his fame that he has right now, bro. Like the city would get shut down probably.
I think that's crazy, and I feel like he's definitely that artist. Like Drake has been having it. I don't even know who else, low key, but I feel like Bad Bunny's the one where it's like, bro, his ticket sales were insane. The amount of money he made on merch, like anything that man touches turns to gold.
Yeah,
and he's like global, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can throw that shit on anywhere at any club, EDM stuff, rap. Like people are gonna
Bruh.
get up and be like, "Yo, this shit is
This
hard."
shit is fire. It's
Like,
like
he's definitely like the artist to be like obviously Drake says me and the bunny running it up, but it's like, bro,
yeah, because like he has like, for example, you see Beyonce, Taylor Swift numbers,
Yeah.
but then it's just like I can't relate to that music. I'm not a big fan of it. Like, but it's just like with Bad Bunny, Drake, and all that stuff. I'm just like, yo, like when Drake dropped Honestly Nevermind, I was just like, yo, this shit is crazy in a good way. Like I was just like, it's so different. I was like, I could go fucking Coachella Yuma 10 and fucking be like going crazy in there with it.
facts.
Yep.
But yeah, but then people didn't like that project, and then he dropped the one with 21 where he was
Yeah.
spitting, and he was pretty much just showing you like, yo, I'm this rich
Just
and I can
versatile.
rap. Yeah,
you know what I'm
like
saying?
He
Like I
could do
think
whatever he wants,
You know
really.
exactly, which is fire.
yeah. Where do we go next? Sandy Bodeckers just came out. 20 years of SB. The splits, the eBay dunks.
Damn.
The splitties.
This is a very DC Nathan shoe, so we'll let him break this down.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, as y'all know, I love SBs. But this year, I get why they did it, but come on, they could have just given us without the clear joint. It's cool, but they could have just done the like split with just the stitching. That would have been perfect. They did it for the eBay pairs, the auction pairs. But I get it. It's I feel like more they want it to be a collector's item.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though it is a shoe and you think people wear the shoe, but I feel like they want people just to have this for some reason. But it's an homage to Sandy Bodecker, and it's cool.
John Lee bought it. That's how I know it's a collector's piece.
Yeah, John Lee is.
Yeah, even what Vega did
streetwear
with the shoe, I
historian.
think it looks good. You know, like the tape over it.
Yeah, low key. If I were to wear them, I would want to wear them how Vega did them because that makes it actually wearable. They just look cool like that. Like this, I don't know, like kind of like what Chris said earlier with the Zions. Like I'm too like old to be wearing something like this. Like I feel like I look crazy. Like, but it's cool to have, and it's just like cool piece of history.
I think they should have done it the other way, not cut. I think me as like a sneaker
Like
sneaker
not
head,
even
I
the
would say
stitching.
not even the stitching, nothing. Just give the shoe. I would have worn it once or twice. Probably kept it
Yeah.
in my closet, and then later on, when if they go up, sell it. But it's definitely history. But it's one of those shoes where I'm just kind of like, I don't need this. Let
I
me.
feel like you love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
there's no in between with this one.
But I
for
will
sure.
say like paying homage, and even like the rollout, like
Yeah,
the
that was
seating
fire.
kits
The
that they
roll was
did with skating the boxes and stuff like that. It was like really really true. And if you know the skateboard community, like
No,
they're
they're hardcore.
very like they don't like the corporate. You
Not
know what
at
I'm
all.
saying? So like
Yeah.
to have Nike come in and be able to do some stuff like that, like it was cool with the saw and everything. But
Yeah.
again, like Chris said, like bro, I'm 32 years old. Like I personally would never walk out the house with them. I hang them at the crib or something.
Yeah.
But I mean that's my stance on them.
Yeah, and also I kind of like how they brought the whole like skateboard sneakerhead community
Yeah.
together. Like
Yeah, they did
we
the
were down the
exhibitions.
we were down the street, and every homie was coming in with fire SBs. And for us being sneakerheads, you see a Denim Forbes, you see a Homer, you see any of these crazy SBs. That's like a conversation starter off rip. Like
Especially on feet now because nobody wears stuff like that like on a daily basis or even just on the random. So to see people come in for that wearing their shoes, like it's a cool thing.
yeah,
for
and
us
then
at least.
and then having like Costin and Paul Rodriguez like having the rollout. Like to me that was fire. Like
Yeah.
P-Rod to me is like one of
like
like
your
my
childhood, you
yeah, it's
know
like
what
one
I'm
of my
saying? Like-
idols just because Hispanic
Yeah.
and like making it
been
so
killing it.
young.
He had his own shoe too. He had the longest run for like signature sneaker besides like Jordan, because he's like 13, 14 pairs in. So
No,
like,
yeah,
you got to
he's-
give him credit for that too. You know, like that's impressive.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go on a little break. Then we'll talk to Drew about some cool projects he worked on this year, and yeah, we'll get back to it in a second. But yeah, get right to it, yo. So it's funny how me, DC, Drew met. I would say, well, it's not funny. It was just riff sneaker shit. But it's kind of like cool to see. Like one thing I think I've noticed the last, I would say, 5 years or so with like homies and stuff like that is like development as a person. I would say it sounds crazy, but like I feel like I met Drew. He was doing First and 15th for a lot of people who didn't know.
Yep.
It was a blog spot, and it was fire. Like he was grinding it out, putting in work, blogging about just whatever he did, sneaker shit, taking pictures. But then now he's like he was doing like basketball writing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's slam.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this year he did a very, very big project that I'll let him lead on to. But But yeah, it's cool to see people grow. He moved to New York recently. And like tough times don't last. I would say all of us go through tough times, and you just gotta keep pushing and to continue just even being a better person as a human. So I feel like me, Drew, we don't talk too much, but every time we do pull up on each other, it's always love, jokes,
it's never
BS.
awkward,
So that's funny. So like, how's like your New York move been?
Man, it's been cool. I got a job offer fall of 2020 in the pandemic. And I was supposed to be out in New York in spring of 2021. But just like the uncertainty, everybody was still like remote. And I was like, man, I don't want to move and I don't want to move to New York and still be remote. So I was kind of just like, re-signed my lease. And then I was supposed to go again in fall of 2021, extended my lease. And I was like, man, it's not going to be a third time. So I ended up making the move out in March of, earlier this year. Yeah. So it's been cool. I think it's been different, but different in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I think being at, this stage of my life at 32, it's like I'm not like 18. I'm not grinding. I'm not trying to figure it out. Like I went with a cushion. Like I went much more with much more stability in my career. Yeah. But I mean, I love New York, man. I feel, there's kind of like this beef, like this LA, New York, like LA is this, New York is that. And I'm like, you can't compare both. No. I will tell people that, if you've, been given the opportunity to live on both coasts, you'll see the difference. I think the thing about New York is like the accessibility and convenience is top tier. I can hop on a train and go anywhere. Yeah. I could walk out. There might be a neighborhood bar down the street. Yeah. Right now, I'm staying at my aunt's house. It's different. I got an Uber everywhere, right? I've been racking up like dumb money in Ubers. I'm hot that Uber let go of their rewards program because I would have been running. I've been running it up. Yeah. But I mean, kind of just going back to like life in New York, everything's been great. I think, the company I work for is, great. So they kind of helped with the relocation fees and all that stuff. So it wasn't like, get to New York this day and figure it out. I had a cushion, was in corporate housing for a month, kind of just getting acclimated to the city. And I'll hit a year in March.
Fire. That's good. No like transition period or nothing. Because I went in my episode, I talked about that whole like transition period where I was struggling, where I was just like, this is like a culture shock, I would say. Like, I was just like, it's two different paces, but you get used to it. You didn't deal with any of that, or you were just kind of like, already, fuck it, I'm on the move.
I mean, I feel like the thing about me is like, I've always just been able to like set up shop anywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's never been a culture shock. I would say it was different. Yeah. I will say the pace is like, I'd hop off the plane and I'd get on the little, I don't know what it's called. The
air tram.
Yeah, the little air tram. And I got to be to the right because everybody's in a move. You know what I'm saying? I landed at LAX a couple of weeks ago and everybody's just at their own pace. Yeah. And I just feel like, just my big thing is like, just keep it pushing. I got to get to where I got to get. Like, I'm not mixy. I don't, try to do things that are outside my comfort zone. I think just living in LA kind of prepares you for that. Yeah. But other than that, man, it's been good. I think I will say though, the only thing I kind of like, I'm bummed about is I don't have my core group of friends. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, there's a game on, like, bro, let's go watch this game. Yeah. It's kind of, it's very weird. So I would say like, not being able to have that core group of friends is very different. And again, like I'm 30, man. So like trying to make friends at 30, like real,
it's hard,
what I'm saying?
It's hard. It's fucking
it might
hard.
be quiet for all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I mean, other than that, if that's one thing that's bad, I would say it's just not having your core group of friends. Yeah.
What would you say to like people, because like you were saying, like even Briss was saying that you had to like grind it out when you were younger, and now that you're a little older, like you kind of got, a better situation going on. What would you say for people? Because I get a couple DMs, people like, yo, I'm trying to start a brand, I'm trying to do this, like that process of going to get where you want to get and not being there yet, like the grind, like how would you say you had to get through that, through whatever tough times with scrambling for money or trying to figure out your situation? How'd you get through all that?
I think, honestly, man, it was just like, I saw that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, dog, I'll sit here and keep it real. Like I went through like tough shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like everybody does. I come from a working class area. I come from a working class family. Like, dog, if you come from, those situations in some capacity, you're going to struggle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think the thing is like, I've always had that long-term goal, you know? So I think it's like, I'm thinking longevity till I'm 70. You know what I'm saying? So it was always just like, okay, I'm not where I need to be right now, but I'm making slow steps. Yeah. And then when I finally got there, it was like, damn, that was a grind, but I wouldn't trade it for, I wouldn't trade it for nothing else. I mean, so going back to your question, it's just like, think of the long-term picture. You know what I'm saying? Because people get caught up, especially now with social media. It's like you may see somebody that you may think, oh, he's living a life. She's living a life. And it might be different. You know what I'm saying? And like, what is it that you want to do?
Yeah.
You know, whether that's, you know, start a clothing line, start a brand, you know, what have you. And I, what happened?
Oh, his trunk is open.
Arian's Arian.
But somebody hitting the lick outside. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
This man removed his shoes because he was scared and left his trunk
imagine,
open.
bro,
That's what
somebody
you get.
came up. But nah, I mean, I feel like that's just the biggest thing. Like, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? Like, where do you want to be? Don't do it because like it looks cool. Like, do what you want to do. And I always tell people this, man. Like, I think for me, being able to do something because I want to do it and not because I have to do it, like, I think you win at life once you figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Because like, dog, you only get one life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I think that's what I always tell people. Like, I tell like the younger crowd, like, in New York, there was people that would look at me and look at like, they're like, yo, like I post what I post on social media, but like that's not my life. Like I told Andy the other night, probably last night, I was just like, yo, well, a lot of people don't know my life.
Yeah.
They think they know my life because of what I post, but you know, like everybody deals with their struggles the way they want to deal with them. But my biggest advice to like a younger version of myself or anybody that's trying to be in this industry is just like, bro, make the mistakes. Like make the mistakes. You're 21, 22, but now for me and you and even DC, we're 30. We can't make the mistakes that we're able to make at 22, 23.
You have to be a little more cautious.
You have to be more cautious. You got to be a little bit more like, all right, I'm going this way. All right, well, let me focus on that. And then another thing is it takes time to build something.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. Like, again, this is me being very dramatic about my life. And it's just like, it takes you 9 months to be born, but in a second you could pass away. And I think that's what people don't get.
Bro, that's a bar.
Like,
That's a bar.
yeah, like everything. It's just like, bro, like the Eiffel Tower was not built in a day, but a crazy earthquake or something could hit it and boom, it's over. And I think that's what a lot of people don't get when you're building something and doing these projects and stuff like that. It's just like, bro, grind it out. There's no get rich quick schemes. There's no shortcuts. You're not gonna be able to afford a Lambo truck in a month. Like, it's just like you gotta grind it out, bro.
Yeah,
like
100%.
And I think
even talking like both on what Drew and Chris are speaking on, like as far as like social media, I feel like a lot of people get it misconstrued and think like, yo, like everything just pops up for people magically, because nobody posts the behind the scenes really of what they go through to get to that stage in their life. But like they both said, like everybody has their own struggles and everybody deals with things their own way, and not everybody's gonna post about it. So don't think you're ever like alone in dealing with something, because trust me, like we all go through something and we all go through our ups or downs. Like it's just part of life, and it's just how you come out of it that, you know, makes the difference, and you know, like the way you survive it, honestly.
Yeah, it's part of like human nature, I would say. Like, even like, bro, like I see Andy grinding it out every fucking day. Like, he's like, if he's late, I understand why he's late. He's picking up things and all that stuff. But like, it's just like, you just got to want it. And some people don't want it. Like me and Andy have this little competition within ourselves of waking up at 5 a.m. and being like, gym it. And like, some people might see it like as like, oh, these motherfuckers are competitive. But yeah, we are, you know, like I want to get the most out of my day that I can. If I have the privilege of waking up at 5 a.m., I'm gonna take advantage of that. If I have the privilege of going on, like I hate going out. Like a lot of people tell me like, yo, like how do you maintain your schedule? And I was just like, bro, I don't really be going out like that. Like, yeah, I post that I go out here and there, but I don't like drinking. I like taking care of my body and stuff like that. And some people don't, bro. Like some people, and I get it, you might not want to, and we're all different, but like, you know, like you have to grind it out. You have to like want to be great. I would say it's not gonna get handed to you. Like you can't, like, what's that Kanye bar? Is it's like you're waiting for another man to put their hand out and you're gonna get rich. Like no, like you want to be great and you want to work. And I think all of us, they don't see it. It's just like, but you come in here and you're like, damn, these motherfuckers are moving. Like they're grinding it out. They're doing stock. They're doing inventory themselves. It's like, bro, like again, I had this like talk with somebody last week, and he was just like, oh, well, I'm a boss, blah, blah, blah. Like, he has to respect me as a boss. And I was just like, not really, bro, when you're not even a good sales associate. You know, like, it's just like some people kill it in here and they're not even bosses. They're not even owners or nothing like that. But we're here grinding it out. And I think all of us are Like, we have a goal, but we don't really know what the goal is. But we're like, fuck it, like, I want to be able to put out the best version of myself every single day.
Yeah. And then I think to add on to that, like a lot of people DM me and like tell me stuff like, bro, how'd you get to this? How are you with Syndicate?
I
How do you do
DM'd
that?
you. I'm still in the request folder. So I just
my bad. I'll go through it.
I'm
Wait,
just
did
kidding.
us?
No.
Okay,
I'm
right.
kidding, bro.
But like, bro, like what a lot of people don't know is like at like 15, 16, I was interning for a brand, like getting paid no money, getting like no gas money, no free stuff, like, and working for this brand and going to downtown, going to school, and then still working my 9-to-5 job. And like being there, like I had to do all that. I had to go through those growing pains and meeting these people. And I think a lot of people think like, oh, you just got to round 2 and now you're at Syndicate, now you're lit. I'm like, nah, bro, I had to like go through all these steps to get where I'm at now, to be more basically of a value to somebody rather than just being like, oh, he just works here and he helps us. Like, nah, I do more than that behind the scenes. And even adding on to Briss's stuff, like even me, bro, like where now, like I started seeing all these fools go to the gym, and obviously I'm a little younger. So like these fools like, bro, you can eat like 10 McDonald's and you'll be straight. You don't got to worry about it. But seeing them go to the gym, I'm like, nah, I got to go to the gym. And then even now, like, obviously drinking and then being like hungover. I'm like, yo, I hate being hungover because it's like I get up late and these fools are like on it, like, yo, we're posting it. And I'm like, I feel whack, like being like, fuck, I feel hungover. Oh, I don't want. So I'm like, even that, like, bro, like, it's like now is to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to drink because I don't even want to feel whack the next day. Like, I want to just keep at it, keep going. And like he was saying, like, bro, I literally get up at 4:30. Go to the gym at 5, get out at 6, do all my stuff, take my dog out, do all my errands, and then still clock in with them.
And beat me here.
By 11:30, yeah, at least try to beat him here. Then get off at 7, and then still do all the posts for, like, even after when I get home replying to people. So it's like, bro, it's like, you got to really, like, and not drinking, taking care of my body helps me to get up at that time.
Yeah.
And, like, getting in better shape for myself to execute the day more. And even I was telling you today that I got up a little later. I got up at 8, went to the gym at 9, got out at 10, and I was like, fuck. I had no coffee. I had no breakfast. I got to meet these fools at fucking 11. It's already 10:30. I'm like, fuck, my whole day's gone. So I'm like, I'm already thinking like, damn, low key, getting up at 4:30 is kind of the move.
Yeah.
Like getting like now, like, and even bro, it's holiday season.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on, and I'm already like, damn, bro, I don't got enough time.
Yeah.
So imagine when shit's back in motion, bro. Like literally.
No, yeah. But even let's say you do drink and go out and stuff like that, be responsive about it. But like, it's funny because like we'll joke around when we're out, and I'll be out at 2 a.m. and I'll tell my homies I'm still gonna wake up at 6 a.m. I'm still gonna wake up at 5. I'm still gonna show up at work before everybody. And it happens because now even my friends that we'll go out with another group of friends that won't believe it, and my friends will tell them like, no, this motherfucker's a psychopath. He's gonna wake up at 6 a.m. Be at the gym,
bro. I mean, to add on to that, I remember we were in New York and we went to this bar called Employees Only. Bro, we were out till 5 a.m. on a Tuesday. Whatever, we fall asleep. Me and Briss had a B&B. I get up at 8. I come outside the B&B because he's staying on the couch. This man is gone, bro. With 2 hours of sleep. And I'm like, where the fuck's he at? And I'm like, oh, you at? He's like, yo, I'm at the gym. 2 hours of sleep.
I'm
Bender.
cool. Nah.
I'm like, yo, but
couch, cook.
But even that, I'm like, that shit motivates me. I'm like, bro, this man's obviously, no offense, but he's older than me, and his motherfucker's stamina is through the roof. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta get better get better shape. Gotta do more. Like, and even with DC, like, one time we were cooked out here in LA, and it was like 1 a.m. and he's like, I'm about to be in the gym 7 a.m. I'm built different. Like, talking shit while he's cooked. And I'm filming it like, damn, bro, I gotta fucking do better, bro.
Nah,
Tom
even
Snacks
just adding
right
both to what Chris and Andy's saying on like the friendly competition of like both of them waking up early and going to the gym and everything. Really, honestly, you're the company you keep. Like, you want to surround yourself with people that want to make you do better, that want to make you be better. Like, if you're hanging out with people that, like, not to be rude or downplay anybody, but, like, just do the same thing every day and don't have any goals or don't want to strive for more than what they're already doing, like, that bad energy is going to rub off on you. And, like, you got to be around people that have the same type of mindset as you. And, like, it honestly makes a difference, like, because it makes you want to do more. It makes you want to be better. It's like, and it also shows you, like, yo, if this person can do it, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think that's another big thing. Like, you got to have good people around you because things like that make a difference in like succeeding and progressing in life as well.
And then I even think, even like, obviously in New York, you're 3 hours ahead. Bro, if I get up at 4:30, it's already 7:30 in New York time.
I'm up and at him.
Yeah, so it's like he's already at it, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like you still gotta know there's someone going ahead of you always, bro. Like even in LA, like this motherfucker's 3 hours ahead, bro. So like he's already on his phone, he's already on Instagram doing whatever he has to do, already working, answering the emails. Like that's the shit I've been thinking about lately. Like being like, yeah, I'm up at 4:30, whatever, but it's like it's 7:30 and why, bro? Motherfuckers are getting at it already.
And even with Drew, it's so funny because he still does like a ton of shit on the side. Like he's not just fucking working. Like I see him playing basketball on Sundays, and it's just like, bro, like in my head, I see stuff like that, and I'm just like not like, oh, this was playing basketball. I'm like, yo, like I gotta make time to play basketball. Like I gotta do this. And one thing that people don't know is like Drew is elite at basketball. Nice. Bro. There was this one time he invited us to BG back in the day, probably like 10 plus years, BG High. You remember that?
I do.
And I was just like, you know what? At that time, I was still like decent at ball. And I was just like, I'm lanky, I'm in shape. Bro, Drew busted my ass. Like, yo, like posted up, little step back, fade away before it was a thing. Like, he was dirking me like crazy.
I'm like a Mexican that got through the cracks.
Yeah, bro, like this man can ball.
Can you add anything to that, Drew?
Skills?
No,
I mean,
like how basketball come into your life and stuff like that? Like,
man, I think just being a kid, doing the usual biking and skateboard and rollerblading and all that. I think I started playing basketball in I think it was like 5th or 6th grade. My dad played football, and I was never like I've never been one to follow footsteps. So it was like my dad played football, and I was like, no, I'm gonna play basketball. And I think ever since then, I just that's all I focused on. It was like I stopped skating, I stopped just doing all that stuff, and I just played, man. But I think I was just like I was a sponge. So I would be at the park playing, and this was at a time where you'd have to pay your dues basically. Yeah. Like I was one of the youngest kids on the court. So playing that, obviously you play in high school. I played at ELAC for a little bit. So you kind of just learn, you learn the game and you learn different. So it was like amongst my peers, it was like I'm getting much better, and you feel that I'm getting much better, right? Again, I'm 32 now, so I'm a step slower. But, like, I could still get busy from time to time, and it's like, oh, shit, yeah, I'm playing, 25 pounds overweight, but, like, I still got it in a sense, Obviously, my body takes 7 to 10 business days to recover.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? I think
that's real life.
One of the big things is, like, just trying to remain consistent, So if I could play ball once or twice a week, no injuries, like, that's a great week for me.
Yeah, because even when I started playing ball again, it was in New York. And I was super rusty, but I still had like the little tangibles of like I can go up for rebounds, I can cut, I know how to do this. So even like the dudes that play every day, they were like, "Yo, like you used to play ball, huh?" And I was just like, "Yeah, a long time ago." And they're like, "Yeah, you could kind of tell. It's like riding a bike. It's just like once you have the motion and you know how to do something, it's just like I might not be the best, but I'm just like I can still put the basket in."
Like I'm like it's like that Drake line where it's like still drop 40 with liquor in my system.
Yeah,
that's
you.
Like,
That's you.
After I might get 12 pack of busy from time. Exactly.
Yo, so wait, when do you leave on the 7th?
I leave on the 7th. Yeah.
Yo, we gotta do a 1-on-1.
Nah, he cooked me still.
Nah, bro, we got because this motherfucker be trying to like when we've been playing ball with like breakout, like we've been doing like whatever the friendlies, bro. He'll be super disrespectful on the court, like just running up and down, doing the behind the back layup, and I'm just like, nah, bro. I feel like that'll be a good little matchup, don't you think?
I get work.
Really?
Nah,
I need to see it. I need to see it.
Nah, at this point, I'm still competitive at heart. I will say, I don't talk as much shit as I used to, but I still, like. I'm a reactor now. Yeah. Like I'll chill, I'll be on the court, but once you start, if you say something,
I'm gonna get.
And then it's like, all right, like you know what I'm saying? Because like the mental game, you're not gonna win with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming for the.
I'm on the same page. So like the last time we played breakout, and this is when I knew I'm like, I'm competitive as fuck. Yeah. So we played against breakout, and they were short, so we gave them some of our players. We blew them out 15-0. Like, literally, we didn't even say 7-0 skunk. We beat them 7-0.
Ref didn't even stop it.
The ref right here didn't stop it at 7-0. So then I think Rob was on their team, and I think I told Rob, I'm like, yo, let's switch teams real quick. Yeah. So we beat these guys 15-0. So me and Rob just switched. And I literally said in my head, I was just like, yo, I got these dudes. Like, Los is all right at hoop. Like, you could tell he played a little back in the day, but now he doesn't really play. So I was just like going in that, like my mindset, I was just like, we just beat them 15-0. And I was like, I'm a bust these dudes' ass right now by myself.
But then it was like obviously they won. It was like 16 to 12.
It was like 16-12, but in my head I was just like, I just took a team that we destroyed 15-0 and beat these guys 16-2 with me trying to be a facilitator, passing, making them score. And then that's when I knew. I was just like, yo, like I'm really competitive.
It's like that Jimmy Butler story where he goes on the third team.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, but same shit. I be doing that shit all the time, bro. Like when people are late to work, I'll go to their crib and time myself and be like, this is how long it takes me to get to work from this position. Bro, I'm a psychopath in that way. I'll start a timer in my car and be like, all right, it only takes me 13 minutes to get from this to because I low-key live the furthest, I think.
Yeah, nah. I think you and Andy for sure
live the furthest. Yeah. So, Rob lives in fucking Colton. Rob I don't even know where that's at.
Damn, Rob.
But I'm coming from Downey, and then people live a little closer than me, and I'll literally be like, all right, you know what? I'll get my phone. I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna start this timer and see how long it takes me to go to work. Sicko. And then I'll literally tell DC, I'm like, yo, it takes me from this position and this position 13 minutes, and then this one 18. I'm just like, yo, like. This is crazy, but that's how competitive I am. Like I will, even in New York, I used to do that all the time with my staff. I would set like little tricks up and stuff like that where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna figure it out. How long it's gonna take them to figure out what I moved and blah blah blah.
That's why I don't ever get to your house late. When you're like, yo, be here, be here at 10:45. Today I was outside at 10:05.
I'll be on time. Like I'll literally, no matter what it is, like. You could ask anybody if I say something. Like I remember I would always set up Sadell lunches and I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna be there at 9. I would never invite anybody, but I'll literally tell people like, yo, if you want to eat Sadell's without waiting in a 2-hour line, just meet me there at 9. I'll be there at 9 on the dot. And sometimes I'll be sitting there till 9:30 and my homies will show up at 9:30 and I'll be like, bro, I told you I was gonna show up at 9. Yeah, literally. And then the guests will be coming in and like the hostess and be like, yo, you want to eat already? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm literally waiting for my friend. Like, but yeah, it's just. I would say it's just like wanting to. I feel like I just want to get the most out of my day, no matter what.
I think that makes like so much sense because even I remember. I mean, I told a couple people, I'm like, bro, like it's the holidays and I came in on Tuesday, like a couple days before Christmas, and I'm like, bro, people are buying anything, and I'm like, this is the time to low-key capitalize on just like. We're supposed to customer service regardless of the fact, but I'm like, this is the time to really like help the customer out. Let them know what they need. Because people were just buying anything. Oh, fuck it, let me get this in size. I don't care what it is. Like, so now I decided to capitalize. And I was just like, I wanted to kind of like make it a point, like, bet, I'm going to come in.
And kill it.
Kill it on the sales floor, get sales, and post on TikToks, and comment to people, and then still do the nightly reel, and then still put everything down and wrap shoes. Because I'm like, I just want to like, in a way, kind of show Briss. I'm like, yo, I see this motherfucker be going ham, and I'm like, in a way, just paying respect to him, being like, bro, like, bet this motherfucker's going hard doing this. I should be able to do that, if not more. Because he's like customer servicing, buying shoes, and then DC, they switch off customer service, buying shoes, stickering shoes, like doing the whole thing, wrapping the shoes. So I'm like, bet, like, I got to be able to do that, if not more, especially since I'm not buying. When it's slow, bam, post reels, do that. So it's just like always that. Like you said, fucking, you are who you fucking keep yourself around. And then I think them, I can't buy. Like, that's not my thing. But I'm like, I can do other stuff to still, show progression into the company and being like that team player, even if I'm not, whatever, buying or doing stuff like that,
Yeah, it's all about the people you keep around.
Yeah.
But if you had to tell somebody that's trying to come in, Drew, like come into this industry or come into like what you do and stuff like that, what would you tell them?
I feel like honestly, just again, kind of going back to what I said earlier, is like, what is it that you want to do? I think a lot of times early on, people were like, oh, I want to do what you do. And I'm like, bro, do you even know what I do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's a lot of things that I do. So it's like, which avenue do you want to, which avenue do you want to do? And it's just like, yeah, it looks cool for social media, but it's a grind, especially, especially right now, like, transitioning from media to advertising, two different fields. So I tell people just like, bro, like, what is it that you want to do? Yeah. Like, don't do it because it looks cool. Like, fulfill what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's like, you don't want to jump into something and be like, damn, why'd I do this? Like, bro, I'm hot. Like, I that's time you can't get back.
Yeah.
But again, it's kind of going back to like, make that plan. You know, hey, try it out. Maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to do that. But like, I think the thing that's kind of like helped me is I've always been like that jack of all trades, master of none type thing. So like I could do a lot of stuff, but I'm not just gonna be like, well, I'm just this and this is what I do. Yeah.
So would you say like it would have to be something more like be versatile? Don't be like a one-trick pony.
I think that's just the biggest thing because you see, oh, my Chipotle order just got here. Appreciate it. I think that's one of the biggest things because it's like early on, you don't want to pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look back at it like when the shift of digital media was coming in, and like there's a lot of these old writers, these seasoned vets who've been around, 30, 40 years, but now they don't understand the internet. They don't understand social media. So those are the first ones to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like things in life evolve. So early on for me, just being cool to like, yeah, I've lived a time before social media and I lived at a time post social media. So I've been able to see like certain trends or like, hey, this is how you use Twitter. This is how you use Instagram. Now, obviously TikTok, I don't post as often, but I'm still, okay, this is a certain trend if I want to be able to pitch it to a brand and, things of that nature. For them to be like, okay, I'm still in tune because, again, I'm 32, 10 years from now. There's a next group of kids. So, like, these little kids are coming from my job. So, for me, it's always just I want to stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. I think that longevity thing is going to be, like, the biggest thing, and that's how we'll end it. It's just, like, I feel like I've said it before, and it's like you always have to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Adapt to the new wave, and you can never be like, oh, I'm already a business owner. I'm good. I don't have to try. And I think I see certain people like, I'm like, yo, this guy's busting his ass. And then this guy's just chilling. And I was just like, it's one day it's going to shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like take advantage of every opportunity. Like the other day, Willie texted me, and I think it's like a humbling thing for me. It's just like on Christmas Day, we saw a lady selling oranges with her 2 kids playing with toys. And to me, that shit fucks me up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, bro, you have a job. You have this. Like, kill it. But people don't understand that. That's why when I live in Southeast LA and I see certain things like this, I'm just like, yo, I got to grind.
Yeah.
Because one day I want to be able to put myself in a position of power where I could help these people, certainly. Like, where I'm like, yo, like, if I had $1 billion, bro, I would go there, buy all her oranges and be like, yo, like, go home for Christmas, like, you're not supposed to be doing this. But to me, seeing that certain things, I'm just like, bro, that should really be fucking me up, bro.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, I mean, we'll end it on that. Thank you, Drew.
Man, thank
Really
you for
appreciate
having
it.
me, fellas.
Thanks for
Appreciate
pulling
it.
up.
Appreciate it. Always.